everybody, the Lawn Gnome is here, and welcome to your June 2015 episode of Out of the Vault. And as always, if you need to catch up, there will be a playlist provided in the box below. And today we're going to take a look at one of the Disney Renaissance films, around the time when it was pretty much coming to a close, from 1997, Disney's 35th animated classic, Hercules. Now, Hercules was definitely a very different Disney film, especially when you were comparing it to some of the films that had come out just a couple of years prior. This film did not sell itself on the classic concept of the happily ever after fairy tale. While it was based on Greek gods, this movie was sold on the comedy. Of course, it's the story of Hercules, told by Disney, and it's the story of him becoming the hero that we all know and love. This movie is definitely a ton of fun. It was, to me, one of the most underappreciated Disney classics ever. I actually saw it on the big screen, and I loved the story, I loved the comedy, and I especially loved the cast, especially James Woods playing Hades, Lord of the Underworld. He was fantastic because he didn't come off as the typical Disney villain. He came off as a used car salesman to me, and that's what really made him so hilarious in this film. And of course, you also had other great actors like Danny DeVito playing Hercules' trainer, Philoctetes. You had Rip Torn playing Zeus. You had Bobcat Goldthwait and Matt Frewer playing Pain and Panic, who were Hades' two hilarious imp minions. And I also loved Paul Schaefer as Hermes. I mean, out of nowhere, Paul Schaefer from the David Letterman show shows up in this film as Hermes. And even though he doesn't have a big role, the lines that he does have in those moments are hilarious and so perfectly comedically timed. They're spot on. And you've also got Susan Egan playing the heroine, Meg. And she is someone who is known for a lot of voice acting, but this was definitely a strong role for her, and I especially loved Meg because she wasn't the typical female character in Disney. This woman was as independent, this woman was a wisecracker, this woman definitely could take care of herself. And that's one of the reasons why I loved her character. The animation is also very interesting. While it was using some of the CGI stuff that it had picked up from movies like Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin and the Lion King, I also appreciated the fact that the imagery and the animation of the characters were a little bit blocky and dumbed down to a certain degree. Like, you never saw faces of these Disney characters shaped like the way they were shaped in these movies. And I really did like that. And again, love the story, love the comedy. It really is a lot of fun to watch. But it has one major flaw. And after seeing it again for the first time in such a long while, I really didn't appreciate the fact that it tried so hard to remind you that it was a Disney film. If you really wanted to drive it all based on the comedy, it would have worked and it would have been a very successful film. To me, it reminds me of a DreamWorks movie before DreamWorks CGI films were even conceived. But because of the fact that it tries to build itself on the love story, on the happy ending, and on a couple of other very Disney-esque moments that you always see in Disney films, it just takes away from making Hercules that perfect Disney classic. The movie also really didn't need to have any songs. I mean, Disney films are also known for songs, but these songs are very much forgettable. I mean, I did love the whole concept of the gospel choir. I mean, I thought that was a great addition to the film, but the songs really just try too hard. Like, Go the Distance is okay, Zero to Hero is really nothing special, but it's a fun song. But again, it's just not one of the better films in terms of memorable songs. I mean, for crying out loud, it's not Frozen, and it's not Beauty and the Beast. But again, you want to laugh, see Hercules, because it is so funny. You're gonna love the story, you're gonna love the characters, and overall, you're gonna be satisfied with this movie. But it's not perfect, and that's why I'm going to give Hercules 3 out of 4. So let me know what you guys thought. Put your comments in the box below. Tell me what you thought about Hercules. And I'm looking forward to reviewing another Disney classic for you guys in the coming month, and I'll see you in the next one. Actions speak louder than words.